From Bethel High School, WHCS, Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula Girls Softball. The Bethel Bruins hosting the Hampton Crabbers. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hinson. We welcome you to Bethel High School, where we are just starting the first inning of the softball game between the Bruins at 7-3 and the Lady Crabbers at 0-9-1. We're just underway. In fact, Shanna Huff singled to open the game and has moved to second on a stolen base. And we have at the plate right now Tammy Klein, the left fielder. Rachel Suits on the mound this afternoon for the Lady Bruins. Ball gets away from her, but no advancement by the runner. If you want to make the fans aware of the rule, you cannot lead off the base. You cannot leave the base until the ball has left the hand of the pitcher.
And that's very important. It's not like baseball where you can take the lead.
The runner on second with nobody out, and you will from time to time undoubtedly hear the wind howling as it is blowing in from left field. A very friendly wind for the pitcher this afternoon. And that's strike three right down the middle by Rachel Suit.
Well, Tim, this is a beautiful day to start our spring season of telecast. It's beautiful, the sun is shining. I know you might get a couple of lines across your head because of the backstop, but I'm going to talk to E-Step about that first chance I get.
Tammy Osakowitz is the batter.
And we got a couple of sponsors too, don't we?
Yes, we do. And the game this afternoon, this evening, as you may be watching, is brought to you by Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and by Gear Up Printing. Ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner Huff will advance to third. So the Crabbers now with a runner in scoring position and one out. Tammy Osakowitz, the first baseman. She will be followed by Tammy Whitaker, preceded by Tammy Klein. I think we're in a Tammy run here. A Tammy zone, as you would say.
Yeah, we got a lot of Tammys. Trying to figure out what to do here. I got to free up a hand. Is that going to bother you?
Not bother me. I can't see the TV, but other than that, it's okay.
Well, as long as it doesn't bother you.
Pitch is low. Ball 4.
Runners
so
on.
Osakowitz is on base with the base on balls. Runners at the corners. One of my favorite phrases, with one away. And the center fielder, Tammy Whitaker, is the batter. Rachel Suits in a little bit of trouble here in the first inning. Pitch is high. Runner goes down to second, draws the throw, and they got her. So a nice throw from
Ashley Mansfield, the catcher.
Buddy, Mr. Mansfield's daughter?
Yes, absolutely. And Diane.
She has something to do with it.
I think she's got a lot to do with it. But I was surprised that the runner on third didn't try to score.
That should have been a double steal, I guess. I guess they were figuring on a delayed steal, but they didn't do it. So 2 outs now, and the Crabbers in danger of letting a golden opportunity escape them.
Oh, they really have. Now, little Tammy here, just a 9th grader, Tim, is only a couple seniors on this Hampton squad.
Blew that one right by her. That was.
We've seen Rachel pitch for, this is what, the 3rd or 4th year we've seen her pitch, and I think 3rd year, and she gets in a groove, and she can really move that ball.
In the groove. She gave up a single and a walk, but ended up with the assist from the catcher, Ashley Mansfield, throwing out the attempted steal. So she only faces 4 batters here at the top of the first, but did have runners on the corners with 1 out, and was able to escape without any damage at all, as the Crabbers do come up with 1 hit, no errors, and we've played a half an inning, and our score is Hampton 0 and Bethel coming to bat.
And WHCS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone. This is a live televised interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle teacher Sherry Martin every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Call 850-454-26. 850-5426 and join the Math Zone.
The umpires, we failed to mention them this afternoon, and they probably appreciate it if we didn't. But,
Well, we got to call our buddy behind the plate there. I mean, he's got a little knee pad out there.
man.
I mean, he's looking good. He losing some weight. He's trying to stay in shape, but he said he doesn't run much. I said, well, you got to run down with the
big dogs.
big dogs. Then you do something.
If I'd had a pad like that, I still wouldn't have umpired. That's Bob Cockrell behind the plate. He's doing the job that I hope I never have to do.
I tell you, Bob does a good job. We enjoy him at doing basketball. He says he stays in shape a little bit better there. And then who we have out in the field?
Bruce Howell is our other umpire this afternoon. 2 umpires in attendance. And Larry Estep, the coach for the Bethel Bruins, is telling us that they use 3 umpires during tournament play.
Okay.
During the
Well,
regular
I
season,
couldn't
they used
remember. Yeah. And we don't fail to mention Andrea Samsky, who is the head coach over at the Hampton Crabbers today.
Absolutely, I didn't want to miss her. And then Mr. McDonald, is that the assistant coach there?
Yeah, Mac McDonald.
Mac McDonald.
Nikki's father. And Nikki's not here, by the way, who is a starter, has been a starter since she was a freshman. She's up to UVA at the spring fling up there, but she is probably going to go to UVA and play a little softball up there.
Leadoff batter Sarah Freeman hammers it to left center, and she is on second, rounding for third, and she will stand up, or actually go to one knee, but will reach third on a nice hit to open the batting for the Bruins.
Tim, that was right in the gap. Sarah really got that. She's one of the seniors on this Bethel team, and there went your drink. I knew that was going to happen.
That was going to happen sooner or later, and that's refreshingly chilly. Let's scoop that down there.
You got to go steal some more ice from Estep.
Yeah, that's right. Told me not to tell you where you got it. All right. Too much good things going on here. I knew that breeze was going to get to us.
That's why I put my head in my drink.
Back to the game. Cindy Mayhew, the left fielder, is the batter. Runner on third, nobody out. Right up the middle. Nice stop by the pitcher over to first, and a runner will score, but a good play by the pitcher, and I'm telling you, Sarah Freeman wasted no time. She was across the plate and in the dugout before the pitcher even knew she had scored.
It's a great job. Cheryl Tate is the pitcher, one of the 2 seniors on this Hampton squad.
So an RBI for Cindy Mayhew, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Rachel Suits. With 1 away here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 in favor of the Lady Bruins. It's high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Rachel.
Rachel, just a junior.
She hits a fly ball, dropping into right field for a base hit, so she will reach safely. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Melissa Curtis. So the Bruins with a runner on first, 1 out and 1 across. On deck is the first baseman, Stephanie Fortune. I should say up front, we apologize in advance for mispronouncing any of these young ladies' names this afternoon. It's always our intention to get it right. Pop up right side, and the second baseman makes a nice grab.
Oh, she really did.
Fighting that wind.
That wind was really blowing. That's, was that Shauna Richardson? Is that Shauna?
That was my question to you. We have a Shauna and a Shanna, and I'm not sure which is which.
I think that's Shauna.
So that's the second out as Curtis pops out to the second baseman. And now Stephanie Fortune steps in and takes the first pitch for a call strike. Got a runner on first. That's the pitcher, Rachel Suits. Fortune's the batter, and Kim Rowe is on deck. Pops it up, and a nice grab by the shortstop.
Wow. Good job.
Good fielding by the Lady Crabbers to
that
end
was
the inning.
Shanna
or Shauna.
Huff. Got that. Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams and teams today. Tims. We're going to pick you, are we? But they will receive a plaque and a T-shirt. The plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving, located at Kickintan Road. For all your engraving needs, call Jim at 723-6067. Dave Buckwalter's the owner. Shirt comes from the Island of Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner. and we do appreciate that. And before I forget it, well, I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this kind of a day is what we would love to have when we go out and play golf. When are you going to play golf with me? You get moved and everything?
I've played golf since last November. It's been 5 months.
And wait a second now. Well, you got for Christmas, if I don't forget now, you got about 4 lessons, and then your wife called me and the buddies you work with, and we donated some money so you get some more, right? And you haven't taken advantage of them yet?
No, I haven't been able to get out.
But you need to go down and see Westmoreland.
I know. I was supposed to go 3 weeks ago, and he stood me up. I was supposed to go last week, and I stood him up. And then this week I was out of town, so we're going to do it. Weather's gorgeous today.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Temperature in the low 70s.
And we got a critic over here to the right, your old buddy and my old buddy, Eddie Forrest. We try to keep him calm and not getting on the officials very much today.
Eddie and I go back to the days with the CP telephone company. But he's a lot older now, but no, he really is. I was just a young kid.
I didn't say a word.
He was already a veteran there. He was working for a phone company about 8 or 10 years before I came there. And he just retired a few years back. Look out, don't hit Ricky's strike.
Oh, this is Jennifer Holcomb, and she's another one of the seniors on this Hampton squad.
Jean Holcomb.
I got Jennifer.
You gave me the other line.
Jenny. Problem says Jenny. Yes, Jen.
Jen.
J-E-N-N.
Jen, as in short for Jennifer.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Inside corner.
Yes,
That was a good pitch.
So that brings up the pitcher, Cheryl Tate.
We're going to be at Phoebus next week, a baseball game, and I'm trying to remember who Phoebus plays. Is that Hampton?
One of the Hampton schools. I can only attest to that.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's Hampton, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's who it is. And I just hope we have this kind of weather.
Oh, me too. Although they can hold a little bit of that breeze down.
Well, it's not too bad. It could be worse.
It is when it blows your Coke in your lap.
Well,
refreshing.
you might say, Coach, but
all right, Cheryl Tate is the batter. On deck is Shauna Richardson. Hits the ball, center field, coming in, cannot make the stop.
Nice hit.
And on safely is the pitcher, Cheryl Tate. With 1 out, she's on first. Nice base hit. Fell right in front of the center fielder.
You set up a monument to your spilled Coke there.
We have a substitute runner. Now you have to go to your other roster, Bob.
Number 26. I think I can figure that one out. So, I thought that's who it was. Becky Vipperman. Becky is just a 9th grader. Goes to my church.
On the corner, nice pitch. And down to first, back in time is Becky.
She's a sweetie. Her mother's a teacher in Hampton, and her dad is works in our Sunday school superintendent in our church. So
you notice
we're active.
As we get older, these kids get younger.
Is that what's that?
She doesn't look like she's in high school. She looks like she ought to be in grade school.
She's just a little thing, but she's a good one.
High and outside, and that'll allow the runner to advance to second. That one got away from Rachel Suits. No chance for Ashley to make the play on that one. So now runner on second. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter. With 1 away here in the top of the second. Bethel leading 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. So Richardson goes down swinging. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Christy Pickering.
Junior over to Hampton.
Christy, a right-handed batter, takes the first pitch in the dirt. Throw down to third is off the mark. Gets past the third baseman into center field, and the Crabbers will tie the game.
All right, good running, good running. And that's what happened when you try on a steal. Sometimes you don't get an accurate throw. And that ties this contest up, doesn't it?
Sure does. So that'll clear the bases out.
And I think
Two
the
down.
steal was kind of caught Ashley unaware. I wasn't looking for a steal.
Ball gets away, but there's no one on base, so no harm. 2 outs and 1 run across as we're tied up at 1-1. 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Christy Pickering. On deck is Sarah Martinez. Strike called on the corner.
That was right on the corner. I'm sitting right where I was sitting, Tim.
Yeah,
You can see
yeah,
that
good
right on it.
This one is hit foul.
Right over towards your buddy's truck.
Yeah, actually further back. You got a for sale sign in the window. I didn't want to have that window cracked because that's the first thing you'd notice. When he got the truck back, he'd say, "How come the for sale sign's cracked?" Oh, that's closer. Oh, that one hit. Uh-oh. That one actually set off the alarm. Oh, that's funny.
I see Karen Vipperman sitting over here to the right. Becky's mama got to see her daughter go to second, steal third, and come home with the tying run.
2-2. And a swinging strike 3.
And we go. That's it.
So Rachel Suits strikes out the side, but sandwiched in there is a single by Cheryl Tate, 2 stolen bases, and a passed ball. Or I guess it was an error on the third base. Might have been actually on the throw, since the third baseman hadn't been able to get over there. So the Crabbers come up with a hit and a run to tie this ball game, and we played 1.5, and the score is Bethel 1 and Hampton 1. Zooms.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations. Our good friend David Zooms, when I say our good friend, I mean the City of Hampton school system. He has been most generous in supporting high school sports, from football to basketball to baseball to softball, or anything we've ever covered. He's been willing to be a supporter, and we appreciate David Zooms and all the fine folks with the Zoom store.
Well, and let me just add a little something to that, too, because David is going to recognize the senior on each one of the softball teachers.
They call him David Zooms. I hope I didn't.
David Zooms? No, it's David Allen Zooms.
David Allen. David Allen.
But anyway, David is going to recognize the senior on the softball teams, the senior on the baseball teams, and on the soccer teams, the girls and boys with the highest GPA. And of course, you have to have at least a 3.0 to be qualified. And very fortunate.
Nice plaque and everything, right?
Yes, we will recognize these youngsters at one of the school board meetings at the end of the season. And we already know who they are for the girls softball. So I should go ahead and, why not mention it?
I guess you should.
I guess I could.
Well, we'll hold that on, because in case someone tunes in later on, we'll give David Allen of Zooms another plug. So
there we go. Okay.
We'll mention that after maybe the next inning here. As we reach now the second inning for the Bruins, bottom of the second. Score is tied at 1. Bethel coming off of a big 7-1 victory over Gloucester, previously undefeated Gloucester. And Bethel now with a 7-3 record and very much in the hunt for the Peninsula District Championship. The batter is the shortstop, number 14, Kim Rowe.
Now, Kim normally is one of the pitchers on the team.
That's what Eddie was telling me. He said he comes out here, he's been following her ever since she was into this softball.
She's just a sophomore. And if you remember back when,
Smacked that ball, but right to the shortstop.
Hit it right on the end of the bat. Remember when we did basketball and when Alan Iverson played, and there was a young man on the team by the name of Scott Rowe. Blonde-haired kid, about 6'4", sister. Scott, I talked to his, in fact, his mother's the one that sold you your drink.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and his dad's here to talk to him, and Scott's in D.C. He said he's out of college, and thank goodness he got a job. I told his mom, I said, we worry about the kids getting through school, and then we say, let's get them through college, and he said, hope they get a job.
I'm going through that right now with my son.
So you know that feeling, right?
Batter is the DH, Shannon Morant, and Morant is not an unfamiliar name in the Bethel sports annals.
Now, she is batting for Ashley Mansfield, the catcher.
That was a little bit high, although pretty
Is this about the third Morant that's gone through the Bethel Bruins?
There's been Cookie Morant. There was, what was the other Morant's name? She's starting to get old. I can't remember anything. This one is hit down the left field line. Left fielder comes in and overplays the ball. Overran the ball, and it allows Morant to end up at second base.
Well, that's got to be an error.
Well, if she didn't touch it before it hit the ground, technically it's not an error.
It hit her glove.
Did it hit her glove?
Yeah, hit her glove.
Okay, Chris Morant.
Chris,
Morant.
And Cookie. Yeah, because your boy that's in college played baseball with him, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure did. Not in high school, but they played baseball in
Little League
and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is who's this?
This is Aaron McCoy. This is the left fielder.
Just a ninth grader.
There, he's got a young team out here.
Yeah, he does.
Right down the middle. Call strike.
Well, he's got three people that are not here today.
Larry does.
Yeah, and I talked about Nikki's not here, but Jamie Banwell's not here. She's at a leadership conference in Richmond. And Melissa Steele is not here. And Melissa, this is a kind of a neat thing. One of these radio stations was giving away a trip to California for your whole family, and she won it. That's where they are.
Nice bunt. This is going to be a close play, and just got the runner. Good play.
Man.
Pretty play.
Now, you talk about a half a step.
Excellent play. This Hampton team has struggled. They have yet to win a ball game, according to the assistant coach, but they don't play like that. They play pretty well. This brings up the ninth batter now. This is Stephanie Ryan.
Stephanie is another ninth grader.
She is the second baseman for the Bethel Bruins. So we got a runner on third now. Moran is over at third in scoring position, but there are two outs. Call strike as Bob Cockrell makes no mistake about his call. You'd have to be totally deaf to not know what that call was.
Right
this one hit up the middle. There's a perfect seeing eye single to score a run. So Stephanie Ryan delivers a single to make it 2-1 for the Bruins. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Sarah Freeman at 2 away. Larry yelled down her 1 out, but I think he's mistaken because I've got him for 2 outs. We had a line out and a ground out.
Well, Sarah bats .444.
She bats what?
Bats .444.
That's what I thought you said.
She head right towards Larry. He said, no, on the other side of the base.
The wrong side of the line. Larry's in a good mood when we were talking. I guess so after that upset.
Yeah, he said he should have beat him the first time.
Yeah, that's what I said. And Eddie was telling me this Bethel team's only lost 3 games, and all 3 of them they've lost by 1 run.
Yeah.
Popped up, left side. This could be trouble. And left fielder comes in and makes the grab for out number 3. So Sarah Freeman pops out to the left fielder to end the inning. But the Bruins pick up a run. That's 1 in each of the 2 innings. They did so with actually an unearned run because the Shannon Moran reached on an error. But nonetheless, after 2 complete innings, it's Bethel 2 and Hampton 1. Now we'll talk about David Allen and Zooms and talk about the young ladies who have been awarded or will be awarded that plaque.
Well,
recognizing that you see one of the planes coming out of Langley there, and Scotty's doing
I tell you, the camera people are
IO Silverway stuff for us.
Got Larry, got Ron ESPN baiting on top of that truck. Boy, I take big gusts of wind. He better be hanging on.
That's right.
They're blowing
Talking
right
about
off.
Airplanes and hanging. I was flying back this morning from Birmingham, Alabama. Before you get into this, what I tell you, we had some of the turbulent weather was. We were landing in Charlotte a while ago, and it felt like, have you ever ridden on a dirt road with a flat tire? That's what the plane felt like. Is not when it was on a runway, but as it was approaching the runway.
Oh man!
My gracious, I'm not a white knuckler, but I could have been today. A little rough. But tell us about
Now,
David
the 2
Allen.
young ladies we're going to recognize off of these 2 teams are Nikki McDonald and who's the other? Cheryl Tate. Those are the 2 young ladies with the highest GPA.
All right.
Really, I tell you, that's excellent.
Well,
Not only to go through high school and do all your academics, but be very active in the academics and in the sports end of it too, because you have to put a lot of time in. This just isn't walk out here 2 days a week and play ball. You put a lot of time in conditioning and then practicing, and our hats go off to these young ladies.
Absolutely, and our hat goes off to David Allen and the fine folks at Zooms for having the desire to recognize these young scholar athletes. We try to talk about it as much as we can. And at times you get caught up in the athletic part of it and forget the scholastic part, which is what they're really here for.
That's exactly right. Who do we have up here?
Now the batter is the leadoff. That's Sarah Martinez, and she is the number 9 batter, and she swings and misses, falls behind quickly, 0-2. Top of the order due up after her, that would be Shanna Huff.
She's just a 9th grader too, Tim. Woo.
So Sarah Martinez gets to look at 3 pitches, gets to carry the medal back to the dugout. So Shanna Huff.
And Shanna's plays shortstop, second, and is also one of the pitchers. She's in the Spanish club.
Anna likes to talk on the phone to her girlfriend.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about no phone calls here. These
always love when they do that at the homecoming.
That's the homecoming. See, that's
Mary Lou likes to go to her shop,
buy shoes.
I shouldn't make fun of that.
You're going to get
back on.
Send all those letters to Channel 46 in care of Tim Cole. That's Kohl, not COLE.
Oh, that's okay. You can misspell it. That's all right. Just don't get
we'll
it wrong
know who it belongs to.
Just don't get it wrong on a check. A little bit low. 2-2 the count. To the batter, Shanna Huff. On deck is Tammy Klein. One out here. This one is hit foul down the right field line, out of play. Well, it's been a while since we did any sports. The last sports we did was basketball way back in February.
Wow, that's right.
February, early March, late February, with the Peninsula District Tournament.
That's right. Heads up.
Heads up. That one's going to get safely to the fence. Yeah, I'm glad we're back in business here. I need some new shoes.
Well, to spend all that money on a new house, I guess you probably need this little piddly.
All into the right side. Nice play over to first base for the second out.
2 down.
Would you see my new shoes? They're going to be some New Balance shoes. New Balance.
Don't lose your balance with those?
Oh. Donna said 10 years is a long enough for me to have that last pair.
Well, they got the smell of them. Problem.
I had to leave them on the porch. She wouldn't let me bring them in out. Out of middle for a strike. Tammy Klein, who was a strikeout victim in the first inning. 0 for 1.
Plays right field. He's got a 3.2 GPA, just a junior.
1-1. 2 away. Hit right side. Caught by the right fielder for out number 3. So Rachel Suits puts the Crabbers down in order in the top of the 3rd. And after 2.5, it's Bethel 2 and Hampton 1. Coming up in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Lady Bruins. Let's see where I stopped off here. It'll be the second batter. That'll be Cindy Mayhew, who normally bats second in the order. And she'll be followed by the pitcher, Rachel Suits, and the third baseman, Melissa Curtis. This is the beginning of our spring sports. We're going to have baseball next Friday. I think you figured out it was going to be Phoebus hosting Hampton, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And I thought I had my schedule with there, but you know what I looked at, and that schedule is what I gave you, the proposed football schedule, and I didn't bring the other one. But I believe it is. I know it's at Phoebus, and I believe it's Phoebus Hampton.
And you and a guest announcer will be doing soccer on Saturday, the 1st of May.
Yeah, you, me, and a guest announcer. But we have a doubleheader. We have girls soccer and boys soccer, and it's Kickotan is, and I'm not sure who the other one. Maybe Hampton, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
You're just a
anyway,
wealth of maybe not.
Yeah, well, I've got all this, I think, stuff. So
we know the football schedule for the fall.
Yeah, we got that, baby.
So we don't know who's playing next week. All right, Cindy Mayhew steps in. She grounded out, pitching the first time up. She got a RBI. I want to make that recognized because she grounded out, but in doing so, she was able to bring Sarah Freeman home for the first Bethel run back in the first inning. This one's inside and high. Eagles count 1-1.
Sydney is batting .280. She's been playing. She played as a freshman. She's on the JVs, and this is her second year on the varsity, just a junior.
Gets the ball left side, gets
right
by the shortstop into left field for a base hit, or at least she's on base. That might have been ruled an error, but I don't think the shortstop touched the ball.
Nope, did not touch the ball. You're right.
I'll give her credit for a single on that play. And it'll be the pitcher's turn now. Rachel Suits will step in. She singled her first time up.
Rachel batting .259.
And she singles up the middle. And the ball
Jumped
gets
on that
past
first
the
one
center
out,
fielder.
and we're going to score a run on that, and Rachel may get all the way to third.
She will that. So Cindy Mayhew will score all the way from first base on the base hit and error.
You got to get down in front of it. That's the easiest ball to let get through because it does not roll evenly or bounce evenly on that grass outfield, and just took a funny bounce.
So the Bruins now have padded their lead. They lead 3-1.
And here's the replay of that, Tim.
Yep.
Seeing just right through her leg. Just missed it right there.
As you said, you got to get down in front of that. You use your body to block the ball. It won't hurt you. It's a softball, as they say. And by that time, most of the momentum of the ball has been taken off. You just have to do it. It's one of the fundamentals.
This young lady batted .347 and got a nice little hit there because it just was a little right over the pitcher, couldn't get it, and the second baseman was playing back deep where she's supposed to be playing and couldn't get to it. Had enough spin on it that when it hit, just kind of died.
Stopped, yeah. So that'll bring up the first baseman.
We got a little conference going out there. A little conference.
Yeah, well, they need to regroup a little bit here. They've been playing real well, the Crabbers, and having a tough season, and a lot of young players trying to put it together, but they're starting to.
I do want to thank both Larry Estep and Andrea Samsky for helping me. They've gotten me all this information I need. I'll be able to talk about the girls and let the fans know a little bit about what these young ladies are doing in the school and the different activities they've got. You don't get that unless the coaches cooperate with you, and both of these have always cooperated. Larry gives me a hard time, but that's just the way he does. He does that because he knows him and I are good friends, but he gets everything I need.
All strike.
And
Row on deck.
Larry, I don't know if you were aware, but he helps coach football out at TAB in the fall.
I didn't know. Why didn't he help coach football at Bethel?
Well, he used to.
And it's going to drop in there.
Nobody called it.
Yep. Yes. Again, some of the fundamentals, when you have a young team, they just don't seem to remember those things.
Well, that was Stephanie Fortune was batting .333. Now we got Kim Rowe. Kim is, listen, this GPA, 3.95. Had straight A's on the report card this grading period.
But she's not a senior, though, right? So
she's just a sophomore. No, she's just a sophomore.
And that is the criteria for David Allen's.
You got to have at least a 3.0, and
you got to be senior.
Nikki is well over 4.0 something. Yeah. Yeah, if we don't have a senior that has got at least a 3.0, then we'll drop to a junior and then go on that.
Speaking of the Bruins.
They're checking you out. Look at that shot.
Yeah, that was nailed. Kim Rowe put that one to the
She's
face.
going to get a triple and maybe stretch that baby in.
She's going to get two, and she's just going to keep running. This is going to be a play at the plate. And she is out and tagged her in the face inadvertently. Hopefully she's going to be all right. And
I thought she was underneath the tag, but obviously she wasn't.
No, she got her, and hopefully it was just a glancing blow. That was obviously the good sportsmanship that you would expect. Kim able to bounce right up.
Well, in the Hampton catcher said, "I'm sorry, didn't mean to hit you," but she didn't. She was doing what she was supposed to do. As Jen Holcomb is.
Jen, let's get that right.
Yeah, I corrected yourself.
You corrected yourself.
Corrected me, I corrected you.
So I guess that would be an in-the-park home run.
It would have been, but she was called out.
That's right. She was not. Correct that part.
So she got two
triple and out trying to stretch.
Right, and she got 2 RBIs.
She sure did. And a nice play to get her out.
Yeah.
That brings up the DH, Shannon Morant.
Batting .346.
Ball 1 inside.
Which she's not DH, and she'll play first base.
Just 1 out.
Plays batting for Ashley right now, and talking about Ashley, she's got a nice GPA, 3.62.
Swing and a miss.
They were a little off of that pitch, Tim. She was out in front of it. And the critical brother behind shaking his head.
Popped up right side, second baseman under and makes
Oh, she moved in, out, and in, and did a good job. That's 2. And knocked down by the first baseman.
So Shannon flies out to the second baseman, and that will bring up Erin McCoy.
Erin, 9th grader, got a 4.0 GPA. She's on the JV last year as an 8th grader.
6-1 our score here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bethel 6, Hampton 1. He's had a big inning here, 4 runs across. Strike called. Hey, you know, we haven't talked much about Gear Up Printing. We got to be sure and mention.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention that a minute ago.
This one hits sharply, base hit left side. Erin McCoy starts a new rally here for the Bruins. They've had in the inning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make that 6 hits now in the inning. And this brings up your number 9 batter, Stephanie Ryan. Stephanie had a single her other time up. And this one inside, nice stop by the catcher to keep the ball in play. Who's our young Hampton catcher? I didn't get a chance to write all those positions down as I thought.
The Hampton catcher is Holcomb, I believe that's.
Jan Holcomb.
Yep, Jan Holcomb.
Runner is going this time, and the throw will not be in time.
That was a good throw, though.
Yep, Erin McCoy makes it down. Ball got away as it was pitched in the dirt. Good job by Holcomb again, and almost got the play at second.
We got here Stephanie Ryan is, look at 9th grader, Tim. Listen to this GPA, 4.42. Ranked number 1 in her class.
Wow. 3-0 to the batter, Ryan. On deck is the leadoff batter, Sarah Freeman.
Good shot from our center field camera.
And that'll be ball 4.
And that's Mr. Braxton. Don't rain on my head, Nathaniel, out there in the
No
on
rain
top
today,
of the
Nathaniel.
truck. Yeah, he looked around. He saw a couple clouds, but he says, "What's it supposed to be like?" I said, "Oh, it's going to be beautiful today."
Hey, he's been
Nathaniel.
fortunate. We didn't get any rain to speak of in the football season. None in the basketball season.
Well, in basketball season, we usually end up with a little snow when we come over here, Bethel.
Old man winter waited till March this year. Drop any snow.
Sarah's got a 3.21 GPA.
Fouled off, and that one caught Mr. Cockrell. Got him on the shoulder, and he, as all umpires do, they don't show.
Oh, he's tough. Look at him.
He's tough.
That ain't moving. That's good.
That hurt too.
I felt it, Bob.
I'd rub it if I were you. That is a painful little job to get that foul ball on you, I'll tell you that. Softball, it is a misnomer about calling that thing a softball. When it's foul tipped off your tip of your shoulder, it is nothing but hard.
And you got that right. Sarah's planning to go to Virginia Tech or CNU. She plays, if she goes to CNU, she'll play softball.
Okay, Bob again, this time you got him on the face mask.
Hey, you feel like you're a marked man,
flag,
Robert?
Bob. Start waving a white flag here in a minute. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter. You're going to get this out yet, aren't you?
This is kind of neat. This is what her daddy said. If you hit the ball, you win the game.
Well, she just hit it, but the left fielder made a nice catch
Wow.
for out number 3.
What a catch. Woo!
Sarah got all of that one, but it hit it right to a glove. I bet that hurt. Right on the bone.
And Tim's back here laughing at you, by the way.
Not me. I don't laugh at umpires ever.
That was Tammy Whittaker. Was that the left fielder that caught that? Yeah, it was left fielder, wasn't it?
Left fielder or center fielder?
I think it was Tammy
Watch
Klein.
the replay. Watch this replay. Left field. Center field.
That's Tammy Klein. Good job, regardless. But listen, I do want to talk a little bit about Tommy Gear and Garrett Printing for all your printing needs.
Well, we had a lot of hits and runs.
Well, you do your tallying, and I'll talk about Tommy. We do appreciate Tommy Gear and all his help and helping us recognize these athletes that we can get some sponsorship. Both him and David Allen at Zooms have helped us, and Tommy's a product of the Hampton school system. If you need any printing, go down and see him, give you a good price, a good job, always does. We do appreciate it. And a little bonus on top of that, he is Councilman Tommy Gear. And that's Tom Gear. I call him Tommy because I coached him at one time, and I guess I ought to call him Tom. Yeah, I'm not. He was an old student, I was a young teacher. I think that's what it was.
Talking about Hampton school system, I just found out the other day, one of the guys I work with, Jim Franklin, who graduated with the same class as me, or actually there's an asterisk next to that because I didn't actually graduate class of 64.
Tim, you didn't graduate?
Oh, I graduated.
Oh, yeah, okay.
73, I think it was. No, 65.
Yeah,
but I graduated in California. But I wanted to tell everybody the class of 64 is having their 35th anniversary coming up.
Reunion.
And they're going to have a reunion on the 21st of August. I'm going to give everybody a little more information about it as we go along.
There you go.
Strike. Batter is Tammy
Osakowicz, just a 10th grader. She's in the ROTC, English Honor Society.
Strike 2.
Oh, right across the knees.
I don't know if the fans heard, but Bob turned around at Bob Cockrell, the plate umpire, came back after. He says, that hurt. I know it did. In the dirt. You got one on the shoulder and one in the face mask, but that's why the face mask is so important. Keeps those teeth from folding back so easily.
Oh, I thought it was to protect the pretty face.
Well, in that case, it's too late for something.
Well, I'll give you a little character, huh?
Swing and a miss, and in quick order, Rachel Suits records the strikeouts. She had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. Unless my math fails me now, that's 6, and this one makes number 7. So she is doing quite well this afternoon through 3 complete innings.
Tammy Whittaker's a batter. Now, Tim, she's just a 9th grader, got a 4.3 GPA. She's in the SCA, the Superintendent's Advisory Committee. Yes, does a lot. In Chrome.
Well, it's so interesting, we talk about how demanding being on a sports team is, but these young ladies always find ways to be involved in a lot of different things.
Well, I think it's all because they're very good at time management. Yeah. They don't spend a lot of time shopping, don't a lot of time on the phone or watching TV. They got their priorities straight. They get their academics, and they know that these other things are going to help them as they mature and get into the world. But you got to have good time management, and these young ladies and gentlemen both do.
All right, runner on first for the Lady Crabbers brings up the catcher, Jen Holcomb.
She's got a 3.70.
Strike call. She squared around the bunt and pulled it back, but Bob Cockrell says it was there.
She was the most improved player last year on this Crabber team. She's a senior.
Strike 2, same spot, perfect pitch.
If he's going to call it the first time, we'll try and see if he'll do it again.
And that's one of those pitches.
Rachel's
on the knees, inside corner, it's just impossible to hit that ball. Rachel Sue went back and got it again, foul tip, but it was held on to nicely by Ashley Mansfield, and that is a strikeout recorded by Rachel Sue. So she has 8 Ks to her credit now. So 2 away here in the top of the 4th, and that'll be Cheryl Tate coming to the plate. scored the only run the Crabbers have, and she singled before she was eventually brought around.
Well, and Cheryl is the young lady I'm talking about that we'll recognize at one of the school board meetings. She's got a 4.41 GPA, ranked number 3 in her senior class.
Low and inside.
What an accomplishment.
Runner on first.
Tim, if we took your GPA and mine and add them together, could we get 4.41?
I want to talk about it. Told you I didn't graduate in 64. Just got my GED last week. Fouled out of play. Look out. There's one of the cars. Oh, and almost got another one going through the parking lot. Doing some damage to the parking lot. Hit right back to Rachel Suits. She'll throw it over to first, out number 3. So the Crabbers get a base runner on the walk to Tammy Whitaker, but she is unable to take advantage of it. And the Crabbers go down in the 4th inning with no runs, no hits. And after 3.5 innings now, it's 6-1 in favor of the Lady Bruins.
Tom Gear is on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Peninsula, and they have over 200 little brothers looking for big brothers. And this is a great program if you have time to and you are interested to have them. Give them a call down to Big Brothers Big Sisters. Their office number is 827-0110. They need volunteers to spend 4 to 5 hours a week with little brothers, and kids start as young as 6 years old. Another thing young Tom is involved in.
Again, we appreciate Zooms and Era Printing for their support of high school sports here on Channel 46. Bottom half of the 4th inning coming up for the Lady Bruins as they lead 6-1. They will be bringing up Cindy Mayhew, Rachel Suits, and Melissa Curtis. The batters due up in the bottom of the 4th. Scheduled for 7 innings. Tim Cole, Bob Hitz, and the entire Channel 46 crew. Ron, ESPN Baton doing the balancing act on top of our brand new truck.
Oh yeah, we ain't talking about the brand new truck.
Yeah. Quite a state-of-the-art stuff here, I'm telling you.
It is.
There you see it. That's just the facade. You ought to see all the good
get
stuff
inside and look at it. Cindy Mayhew batting .280.
Cindy grounded out and singled. She's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Makes the first pitch, call strike.
Well, Cindy was JV cheerleaders in 8th grade and been on the varsity cheerleaders 9th, 10th, and 11th year. She's very active in other things other than sports.
One and one to Cindy. Leadoff batter here in the 4th inning for the homestanding Bethel Bruins. Looking for victory number 8.
During the break in action, when we have a change of times, we just flip the camera around out there and catch a baseball game going on the other end of it.
Now, who's playing over there? Is that Hampton and Bethel baseball? I think I saw.
And I think that may be the JVs. I don't know.
Ball gets away from the catcher. Cindy gets the base on balls. And Jen Holcomb. Oh, no. Not just 3 and 1. We're a little premature here. Cindy trying to get on base with just 3 balls and 1 strike. Obviously, math was never one of Cindy's strong points.
She's just trying to check Bob, see if he's keeping track.
Had him going there for a minute. Bob can't count past 3. That's the hard part, see? 4, actually. You can do 4.
Hey, now you quit picking on Bob.
Me? You're the referee guy.
I'm the baiter.
There you go. Now it's ball 4. Thank you, Cindy. I didn't want to have to trying to erase what I'd already put on here.
It's hard to erase an ink.
I'm telling you, it's impossible.
Rachel Suits. Last year as a pitcher, she was 16-3, Tim, batting .259, 3.4 GPA. This young lady's been a starter since she's been a freshman.
She is 2 for 2. Throw down a second on the runner and not in time. And Rachel had a single in the first inning, singled and reached third on an error in the third inning, eventually scored. So she's 2 for 2 and scored a run this afternoon and has 7 strikeouts. So she's had a very productive afternoon so far. In the dirt. Runner fakes the move to third base, gets back safely. It's nice out here. I could do softball out here all the time.
This is a beautiful day.
Working on my tan and everything. It's just high, ball 3.
You know, the only thing wrong with it, Tim, is sun coming off your head.
Larry said before the game, he said, I'm about to get you a hat. I said, why is that? He says, it's because the glare off your head is blinding my batters.
Well, you tell him good thing you're not out in center field.
Right.
Back here shouldn't bother them.
Shouldn't bother them unless they're looking back this way. 3-1 to count. Runner at second. Nobody out here in the fourth. Foul back out of play. That's good to see Eddie Forrest. You're talking about Eddie. He and I were way back to the old days of C&P.
Well, and his younger brother, Tom, was a choral director at Buckrow Junior High when I first started teaching in the early 60s out there. So I've known the Forrest family for a long time.
Pop up.
Did a good job of Collins at that time. You notice that?
Exactly right. So 1 out now. Runner is not able to advance on the play. That'll bring up the third baseman, Melissa Curtis.
Batting .347, just a 9th grader. Played JVs last year. She played on the varsity at Hampton Christian High last year.
Ball hit the shortstop. Nice job at digging it out of first base to make.
Oh man, good job.
Ball was thrown a little low, and a nice play by the first baseman for Hampton to record the second out as Melissa now, after that ground out, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Stephanie Fortune.
4.38 GPA, just a 9th grader, ranked 5th in her class, batting .333. Played JV last year, first year on the varsity. Young lady has been playing softball for 9 years, Tim. About as long as she's been walking.
Yeah. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Takes the pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Runner on third for the Bruins, 2 outs. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and the Bruins leading 6-1. Inside, ball 2. On deck is Kim Fortune, who tripled her last time up and was out trying to stretch it into a in-the-park home run. Gets sharply back to the pitcher, knocks it down. Will she have time to make the play? No, as the fleet-footed Stephanie Fortune is able to beat it out on a nice play. That will be a base hit, in my opinion.
I think so too. And then you had a run score.
Yeah, pitcher did a good job of just knocking it down. So the Bruins get another run out of it. A good effort on the part of the Crabbers, but didn't work out. Now Kim Rose steps in.
Well, now Tim is also one of the pitchers, but she's been starting since she's been a freshman, just a sophomore.
Swing and a miss.
But
that's what Eddie was telling me. He's come here to watch her pitch.
Well, she's been playing softball for 7 years. Played for the Legends, the ASA team, and she's also
what is the ASA, do you know? Is that the
American Softball Association or something. I'm not sure what the ASA stands for, but it's in softball circles, it's pretty good. Could be. But anyway, she also plays tennis for the Bruins.
I want to get mixed up and hit the softball with that tennis racket.
But that gives you great eye-hand coordination if you're in tennis or in softball. They got to complement each other.
Bruins got a runner at first. 2 outs here. 1 run across. Inside. 3-1 is the count. On deck is Shannon Morant, designated hitter. You see in your picture, at least for a moment there you saw Andrea Samsky, the head coach over at Hampton. And ball 4. Kim Rowe reaches safely on a base on balls, and now the Bruins with runners at first and second. Timeout called by the Lady Crabbers. Shannon Morant will be the batter. She is 1 for 2 this afternoon and scored a run.
I don't get a chance to talk much about Ashley because she's not batting. She's being DH. She's got a 3.62 GPA. She's been a varsity player since she was a freshman, and she's a junior now. Student athletic trainer on the football team. But we have batting for her, Shannon Morant. Batting .346.
Right there, good pitch.
Shannon hopes to go to Radford University. That's where her intentions are to go there anyway.
Nice pitch.
That was on the inside corner.
So the Crabbers trying to avoid falling further behind. Trail 7-1. Got runners at first and second. And right sharply off the third baseman's glove. That ball was a rocket.
It really was. And that's one reason I would never play third base.
That's why they call it the hot box.
That ball comes flying down there, and it is sizzling.
Now, the player rather, got a glove on that ball. I don't know how they'll score that.
You got to give that a hit, Tim. That thing was.
It was a shot.
Yeah, it really was.
I can do that. I'm not the official.
You
scorer.
can do it.
Yeah. So the Bruins now still alive. Runners at first and second, and the batter is Aaron McCoy.
9th grader, played first year on the varsity. Played JV last year. She played Northampton softball for 9 years, and she's also a varsity cheerleader.
1 for 2 this afternoon. That was just a little bit high.
Had to be. Looked good from here. I'd have swung at that baby.
Yeah. That's why
you and I both like that high ball, don't
we? Call them instead of playing them. I could never lay off of a high pitch like that. If it was around my eyes, I had to hack it. That one, swinging a miss. She couldn't lay off of that one. It was pretty much the same spot. That ball, well, is marginal. The previous pitch was just out of the strike zone, but half an inch, umpire's discretion, all that stuff.
All that stuff.
First and second. Popped up, right side. That is going to drop out of play. Foul ball. Bruins 7, Hampton 1 here at the bottom of the 4th. Beautiful spring afternoon. Now, I don't think I've told anybody this game is recorded on the 16th of April, 1999. 261 days till the millennium. Sharply. Tag the runner.
Oh, good job. We're talking about the millennium.
Stuff in there.
Oh, we're talking about Y2K problem. We're going to get into that?
No. I don't even want to think about it.
Yep.
Richardson. She is the leadoff batter. She struck
Spanish
out.
club.
Struck out, and this is her second at-bat.
Play second. Made a couple of nice plays out there at second today. A couple of flies, little pop flies, and the wind playing games with it. She's stuck right in there and got a few outs.
Rachel's in a pattern here. She's
I tell you, when she
four
gets in a
batters
groove.
in every inning. You know that?
Well, I didn't know that, but I know she gets in a groove, and that she can really hum that ball.
Except for the third inning, she faced three, but she's faced four batters in the first, four in the second, three in the third, four in the fourth.
And people want to know what we're doing, yelling back and forth with the truckers, because we don't have headphones and we don't have communication with Scotty. And but anyway, we get along good.
Oh yeah, we've got this brand new truck, but we can't communicate. But that's okay, because we get by.
We get by.
A little help from our friends. This should be, I hope it is, Christy Pickering.
It sure is. Just an 11th grader, plays catcher and third.
Well, the Crabbers have the leadoff batter on as Richardson draws the walk. This one popped up right side. First baseman calling for it. Nice over the shoulder.
Oh, wow. What a catch.
That was a tough catch.
That was Stephanie Fortune.
That was a pretty play. That ball was tricky. And that'll bring up, I think we have a substitute batter here.
Yeah.
Number 23 for us here, Bob. We had some changes. Strike call. There's one out here in the fifth.
His number 23 is, that's Tiffany Hofs. H-O-E-F-S. Hofs. Tiffany Hofs.
How do you spell her last name?
H-O-E-F-S.
And a nice play down to second while we were trying to figure out how to pronounce that as...
Well, I knew how to pronounce it.
I know you did. You did. I didn't.
Well, let's find out a little bit about her.
Shanna is out trying to steal second.
Tiffany's 11th grader, is on Model United Nations and plays center field.
And
Got to look at her.
Tiffany, rather, not around long enough for us to talk too much about her.
Well, we talked a little bit about her anyway.
We got a little bit in there. That Model UN, that's a great program.
Yes, it is.
So, that is a quick 1-2-3. She allowed a base runner, almost went to her 4 batters per inning pattern, but ruined that by having the throw down to second base by Ashley Mansfield to get the run.
Well, you know, we've got to be thinking about a player of the game too, Tim, because we will pick a player from each one of these teams, and they will receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving, located at Kickotan Road. Call Jim at 723-6067 for all your engraving needs, and that's Dave Buckwalter is the owner. He also owns DC Engraving out on Route 17 at Tab Square. Now, the shirt comes from the Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus they have screen printing. Call our good buddy Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Got a chance to see the nice sun-drenched crowd on hand.
We got a nice crowd out here, and they're getting a little tan. And a couple of them they looked over here and put on their sunglasses because it's like a double sun coming off of you. But outside of that, I pick on you a lot, Tim. And people say, "Why you pick on Tim?" And I said, "Because it's easy." It's easy.
All right. Leadoff batter is the number 9 batter, scheduled batter, Stephanie Ryan. It should be followed by the top of the order. Stephanie, in fact, is the batter.
We will have to check unless Larry's made some
changes.
changes. Let's see. What number is that? Number 6. That is Stephanie.
Yeah, don't mess with me, Larry.
Ninth grader, 4.42 GPA, ranked first in her class. First year on the varsity. This is her 3rd year playing softball. Been on the tennis team. She was seeded number 5 on the team, and she's the number 1 freshman in the class of 2002. Now, does that break your? Whoa! What a hit!
Pretty hit.
I tell you, that left fielder doing some moving out there. That ball could have got through, but that Hampton High left fielder's young lady made that outstanding catch earlier. And let's see who that is. That is Tammy Klein. Nice job, Tammy. That ball could have gone all the way to the fence.
So Sarah Freeman will lead off. Or rather, the leadoff batter, Sarah Freeman, will bat here second with the runner on first. Hit sharply up the middle, base hit. Good job of getting that ball in quickly. Almost had to play it second, but the Bruins open the fifth inning now with back-to-back singles. And this brings up a pinch hitter. Bob, we're going to have to find out who number 8 is.
Oh, we can do
for
that.
Bruins.
Number 8. That is Lakeisha Hamilton, Kiki. Kiki Hamilton. Kiki is a sophomore, got a 4.17 GPA. She's ranked 12th in her class. Plays in the outfield, usually plays left. This is her first year on the varsity. She's been playing softball since 1991. You do the math.
Some of these girls have been playing since they could barely walk, like you said.
Kiki.
Good play to get the force play at third.
Now who do we have? Number 12. Who's number 12? You got her?
That's Rachel. That's
Yep, Rachel. Batting 259.
So one out now.
But we
Still
got
runners at first and
first and second.
second.
You want to hit that ball to the right side if you can.
She hits it right at shortstop.
Oh, dude took a really nasty hop.
Good job to get the ball in quickly. But
She got her glove on it, Tim, but you're right. That ball hit the ground and just bounced almost straight left.
So the Bruins now, with just one out, have the bases jammed.
Another young lady been playing, this Melissa Curtis been playing, we watched the replay there. She's been playing softball for 9 years also. Batting 347.
Takes the pitch, call strike.
Played on the varsity for Hampton Christian last year as an 8th grader.
Bases jammed. Single up the middle, bounces in there. One run across, second run.
Kiki coming in.
So Ryan scores.
So we got runners at the corners, Timmy.
Oh, yeah.
Your favorite. I took your line from you.
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie batting 333.
For ball. Throw down, cut off, but it was took too much time as Rachel's able to.
Rachel says, "You're not fooling me."
Rachel able to read that play and score. Now it is 11-1 in favor of the Bruins. Runner at second. Stephanie Fortune is the batter. Due up after her will be Kim Rowe. Get into that area now where Larry will be doing some substitution.
We'll just try to pick them up as we can.
All strike. Cheryl Tate's done a good job this afternoon.
She really has. I mean, she's
given up a number of hits.
Well, it had a few errors, a couple of bad bounces, but Hampton played well for the first couple innings, and then Bethel just hitting the ball very solid.
Real nicely. And racing home, Melissa Curtis.
Now, Kim has played softball for 7 years. Just a good little pitcher, too. I was hoping we get to see her pitch. She's up and coming. She'll be one of the top pitchers. By the time she's a junior and a senior, she's really going to be one of the dominant pitchers on the peninsula.
This is softly, right side. Right fielder cannot make the play. That's a fair ball. It's a fair ball. Clearly a fair ball, just on the inside of the line.
It just did come in fair, and that's all it has to get, just on the inside of that line.
So the Bruins with, again, runners at the corners. Kimbrough with the single. He's got a single, a triple, and a walk.
Calvin Mansfield over there giving the instructions to the plate ump.
12-1 is the score.
Calvin's trying to be incognito. He got a hat on and dark glasses so nobody knows who he is. We know who you are, Calvin. Of course, we're picking on Calvin a little bit. His daughter is the catcher for the Bruins.
And we're picking on Calvin because we can.
Yes.
It's like we pick on me. All right, Shannon's up there. Runners at the corners, 12-1 now. You do have a 15-run rule after 5 innings, so Bruins are approaching that.
How many
It's 12.
innings have we played?
Well, this is the bottom of the 5th. It's the mercy rule, or I call it the happy hour rule. It's a little different point of view.
Happy. Tim, this is education. Oh, okay.
Root
Oh,
beer,
yeah, I got
soda
you.
pop.
You got it. It looks like you spilled your drink there.
That's exactly right. I
And that wasn't just a regular Coke either. That was a cherry Coke.
It was the big C's. It's so nice out here. Wouldn't mind playing another inning or two.
I tell you, this really is just an awesome day.
Shannon pops this one up. Cheryl Tate calls for it and makes the grab. Now they've got Kimbrough between bases, and did she get back?
Yep.
Bruce Howell looked at plate umpire Bob Cockrell and didn't tag her.
Got a tagger. Well, I'm going over and see our old buddy tonight. He invited me over to have some pizza. Bob Killen.
Bob Killen, the pizza man.
Yeah, pizza man.
Must be a good night for pizza. I'm thinking about doing the same. Batter is Aaron McCoy. He's hit the ball well this afternoon. He's the right side this time, and a good play by the first baseman for the 3rd out. So after 5 complete, tally up some hits and runs here. 1, 2, 3 hits, 4 hits. Unofficially now, 13 hits and 12 runs for the Lady Bruins through 5. 5 complete. Mentioned to you, Bob, I was down in Birmingham, Alabama last night, again this morning, and took a client out to dinner, went to a place called Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Ruth?
Ruth Chris.
Oh,
They have Chicago, New Orleans, Birmingham, obviously.
You had a good time, huh?
Good. Oh, yeah. But this is what they call big city pricing. Now, New York strip, nice steak, $26.95.
Whoa.
Then you pay for the baked potato or fry side.
So you're just talking about that's
A la
just
carte.
for the steak.
$26.95 for the
That sucker ought to just melt
salad.
in your mouth.
Salad, $5.95 for the salad. $4.95 for a side of fries.
So you're talking that you were probably about $40 a person before you ordered the drinks.
And you haven't got that first iced tea on the table. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, that's big city
I
pricing.
may not go over there.
Big city pricing. When you got a big client, you want to take a nice place. It was his favorite place to go, so that's what he did.
Well, if he's a big client and that's where he wants to go,
That's
you
where you go.
take him.
Well, he knows. Let me put it like this. This client had a favorite table at that restaurant and a favorite waiter at that restaurant. So does that tell you something?
Tells you that he's been there before.
Yeah. He
And who we have
called
here?
ahead and said, make sure Michael is our waiter. So, big time.
Oh, we got number 11 here.
What we got here?
Number 11. Let's find out who number 11 is.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
Tammy Klein. That's Tammy.
Yep.
That's your leadoff batter.
No. Shanna Huff.
I'm sorry.
Top
Tammy
of the
is,
6th.
Tammy is the second batter.
Don't mess me up more than I am.
Yeah, well, it's my fault. My
Popped
papers
up.
are getting...
Popped up, and the grab made.
Kimbrough.
Kimbrough makes the.
But you hear her call it, and that's the important thing. You got to call that ball.
Now, the batter is Tammy Klein.
How do I get Tammy mixed up here?
Tammy is struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Takes a suit. Pitching a Super Bowl game. This one back out of play. Just over our heads. There you see us.
You looked at our possibilities of players of the game?
I have.
Good.
And I have no clue.
Oh.
No, I have several clues, actually. I'm leaning toward a young lady who's holding the ball right now.
She's done a good job. She's hit the ball well, but so has
well,
others.
The ball well. It's not an easy choice. I didn't say she's the only choice.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking of all the people who've hit the ball well today.
She's gotten good support. This one hit right side, pop up, right fielder makes the grab for out number 2.
Well, that's the second fly she's caught out there that's drifted into foul territory, but she stayed right with it.
So Tammy Osakowitz, she'll be the third batter up with 2 down now. The Crabbers need to get some runs here.
She's in the English Honor Society, ROTC, just a sophomore, plays both first and second.
0-2 as Bob's getting into this now. Mr. Cockrell behind the plate. Fans don't have to wonder, was that a strike? Was that ball?
Remember when we did a baseball game?
Oh, don't even go there.
I can try to remember, because we could
take about a minute and a half to call every pitch.
And not only take it, but then wouldn't call it loud enough for us to even hear him.
I remember it all too well.
Because you would say, well, that's a strike, and they
said ball. Whoops.
We've had a few like that. Just want to remind you that WACS Channel 46 has a thing out there called the Math Zone. This is a live televised interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and middle teacher Sherry Martin are available on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Just give them a call at 850-5426, and I understand this is going to go all the way through the summer. So this is not just during the school year, that they'll run it year long. So give them a call at 850-5426 and join the Math Zone.
That's a great program here.
It really is.
It's doing a lot to help a number of students.
Well, I've known Sherry for a long time, and I've known Cassandra's husband for a long time. Coach Hamilton is over the track coach over at Hampton High School.
Is there anyone that you don't know? I don't think there's that. I mean, you amaze me sometimes. You just know all these people. This is a nice community of people.
Oh, I tell you, I love Hampton. I wouldn't.
I know you're thinking about selling your house.
Yeah, we've got it up for sale because we need.
No,
I'm not. The guy says, "Where you want to live?" And I says, "In Hampton," and I want to stay in the area somewhere in the Fox Hill area that I'm in. But our house is just too big. We got 2-3 rooms we never use, and Ruth's getting tired of cleaning those rooms.
We gotta put you to work.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. So.
All right, bottom of the 6th now. We got leadoff batter is Stephanie Ryan.
I tell you, Stephanie, just a 9th grader, plays second base, first year on the varsity. She was number 5 on the tennis team, number 1 in the freshman class. Got a 4.42 GPA and hits that ball well.
2 for 2, make
that look
3
at that.
for 3.
Saying that, when you got people got 3 for 3 and 4 for 4 and hitting the ball well and fielding well, and then you got Rachel Suits that gets on a roll, and she gets in the zone and she just puts that ball right across the plate on the inside or outside corner, and it's just tough to beat these Bruins. Larry's done a good job with them. He said this is a younger team. He's had it in a long time, but he's got it pretty dispersed. He's got some 9th graders, he's got some sophomores, a couple of seniors, and we have 3 that are not here today, and they're still doing well.
Isn't that what it takes, though? You got to have that mix. You got to have the veterans who can enthusiastically support.
Well, you got to have team leaders that step up and become a leader as they get to the junior and senior year.
Exactly.
And you can't point to them as a coach and say you'll be the leader, because they've got to basically take that position.
Yep.
Because not everybody's a leader, not everybody is vocal, but there are leaders that lead by example.
Yeah, that's what
you're right. That's what it takes sometimes.
So runner on first, Sarah at the plate. Cindy Mayhew is the scheduled on-deck batter. Although I think we did see substitution last time for her. Bottom of the 6th inning, scheduled for 7. They make this 11-run lead. If they hit the 15-run lead, we won't get to the 7th. This one's going to be caught on a run.
See, that's a young lady that has played real well in a windy condition. She's made a couple of just excellent catches, I think. I'm kind of leaning towards her, and that's, I believe it's Tammy Klein, isn't it?
Left fielder?
Yeah, and that's Tammy, isn't it? Sure is.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Help me out here, Bob. Number 8.
Number 8 for
the Lady Bruins. I know she batted substitute a while ago, and I didn't write it down. I apologize.
Well, I'll see if I can find it.
By the way, Stephanie Ryan able to take second on the last play. In the dirt, nice stop by Jen Holcomb. The lady behind the plate has done a good job for the Crabbers.
Number 8 is Kiki Hamilton. Yeah, I just lost my paper clip.
That's all right. We're rounding the bend here, big guy.
Yeah, but if the wind comes up, we'll be charged with littering.
I hate to see you go to jail for the weekend.
Me too.
I'll have to go over to Bob's and have that pizza.
Well, you would have to do that. You would do that for me?
Hey, that's the kind of guy I'm like. Right down the middle. Nice pitch. On a personal note, by the way, I'm glad to hear that Miss Ruth Hintz is doing better. I understand she's feeling much better now.
Oh, she had that surgery and cleaned up those sinuses, and just is doing much better. Hasn't beat me up but once a week now instead of every other day.
There you go.
No, she really went through some problems there with just pain and hard to sleep and all that stuff, but it's seemed to do real good.
Pitcher Rachel Suits is the batter. Inside for a ball. Let's see if I can document what Rachel's done. She singled in the first. She singled in the third and scored a run. She popped out in the fourth and then singled again. So she is 3 for 4 on the afternoon, besides registering at least 8 strikeouts. Let me make sure I got that number right. 10 strikeouts.
Aha! She had 2 more than what you thought.
So Rachel is, if I get to pick the Bethel player, she's going to be my player of the game, and there's a lot of others to choose from, but she just got it all this afternoon.
And I won't pick the Hampton one. I'm going to go with Tammy Klein.
All right. And I will give you another, I think Jen Slocum's done a great job catching
yes,
this
she
afternoon.
has.
And I'm impressed with this the young pitcher from Hampton, too. I think Cheryl Tate's done a real good job. And this young Hampton team is going to come around, and Andrea is doing an excellent job with them, and I'm sure they'll do better as they get a little older and a little more experience.
Well, the key with any softball or baseball, Tim, is your battery. You got to have a good catcher. You got to have good pitching staff.
It's so important.
And if you don't, you struggle. And this Cheryl Tate's done an excellent job out there on the mound.
You know what grade she is?
She's a senior. She's the young lady that will get the academic award.
A little bit high. But that's the thing. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to draw this conclusion. But in fast pitch girls softball, you've got to have good pitching.
Well, and you look at boys baseball, Tim, it's the same thing. Yeah. You don't have somebody to get that ball across the plate with some stuff on it and some change up and motion and movement on a ball. You're just not going to win many baseball games either. So it goes in both of these sports.
3-0 the count. So the Bruins with runners at the corners, leading 12-1. And gets the walk.
I'll tell you, Cheryl has pitched a lot of pitches today, Tim, and she's probably getting a little tired. I see we're going to have time, and Coach Szymanski said, let's get everybody in here. Let's do a little talking here. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. What is the score, by the way?
12-1. Stephanie Fortune is the scheduled batter. You see the huddle at the mound.
I also want to remind the people that Tommy Gear Up Printing. If you got any printing needs, give them a call. And if you need any gas or anything to eat, stop by one of the convenient Zoom stations. David Allen and Zoom's.
I started talking about that earlier. Talking about that Coffee Town.
Yeah.
Beantown
Coffee.
Yeah, in my hotel room this morning I had that. That was delicious coffee. I like my coffee with a good rich aroma and flavor. Man, that stuff is excellent. First time I've ever had it.
Well, see, now when you go to Zoom's, get your Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's what I need.
I know you like those Krispy Kremes.
Oh yeah.
And get yourself a nice cup of coffee.
Stick a chicken wing in my ear too. Get it all on there.
Stick a chicken wing in your ear? Yeah, I guess that would be a little odd.
They're good. They got that good chicken and those potato wedges. Getting hungry thinking about.
Oh,
Nice
what a
base
shot!
hit.
Right over
That'll
the
score
shortstop.
one.
Nice stop by
And it looks
Tammy.
Second, that ball was shot. I think we just did. Darren Bell is doing the graphics, right? And Bev Penn is telling us about this. All right.
Brad Adams is in the truck doing, what did she say he was doing?
The audio.
The audio. Thank
Making
you,
us sound
Brad.
good if possible.
And of course, we don't want to forget Darren Bell doing the graphics. And of course, Nathaniel Braxton, Ronald Baton, and
Scotty, beam me up.
oh, let's don't forget Sarah Bowers. Yeah, she's over there. Well, I know you can't see her. Trust me, she's there.
I did see her earlier. I can't see her now. And then Daddy Bowers is doing the directing, and then Don Charus in there doing everything that anyone asks him to do. All right, Bruins score another run. We can all go home. This one might do it. This one is hit sharply, going to drop in for a base hit and gets by the center fielder.
And that's going to score at least 2,
run.
if not 3.
So Miss Rose says, I'm going to get tagged on the nose this time. Kim Rowe.
And that is the game. That's the game, Tim.
Yep. That was your 15-run rule. They now
As
need
they call a
17.
mercy rule, right?
But a good effort by the Crabbers. They're still young team, still working it. And I tell you, that's tough. And these kids work hard, whether you're 8-3 like the Bruins or 0-10 like the Crabbers. You still put the time in, and these young ladies will deserve some credit. And the Bruins improved to 8-3. Our players of the game
Are Tammy
Suits.
Klein. Oh,
Rachel Suits.
we'll say them at the same time, why don't we?
Rachel Suits, who pitched a fine game this afternoon, 10 strikeouts, 3 out of 4. Bob Cockrum gets our umpire of the game.
Yes, sir. Umpire of the Warder game.
The man said he's going to be sore tonight. He took that
Yes,
foul tip on his shoulder. I know what
Yeah.
that. There's Bob coming off.
And that's Coach Tate that's with him right there, and the other umpire, Mr. Howell, who is Bruce Howell, right.
And again, we want to thank our corporate sponsors this afternoon, Gear Up Printing.
When gearing up for your next print job, call Gear Up.
Zooms, David Allen's fine organization, Zooms Sitco, where they provide wonderful food, gas, and go. All right.
All right, I think that's it then.
That'll do it.
Congratulations to
The credits.
Cheryl, who is it? Rachel Suits and Tammy Klein.
There you go. All right, for Bob Hintz and the entire Channel 46 crew, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon, everybody.